The brand new iPhone 14 Pro Max up next. Welcome and thanks for watching. I'm Ray, and if you're new to the channel, please do me a huge favor and mash that subscribe button. Tap the bell to get notified when I post new content, and give this video a thumbs up. I'd very much appreciate it. Once again, it's that time of year that Apple releases their next evolution of the iPhone. And this year, they give us the iPhone 14. I pre-ordered an iPhone 14 Pro Max in gold, so let's just get into it and start with the unboxing. Now, if you've ever picked up an iPhone from Apple, you know they do a great job in the packaging, and this year is no different. You have a beauty shot of the iPhone on the front, the one that you chose. This is the gold one. You see some nice accents with gold ink for iPhone and the Apple logo. And this is a iPhone 14 Pro Max in gold, and it is 512 gigabytes. So let's go ahead and open this up. And Apple makes it really easy to open it. They show you pull tabs and where to pull in what direction. So that's great. And there is that gold iPhone. That looks great. That's an awesome looking phone. Look at that color. That's a nice shade of gold. Light gold, kind of a matte glass back with the Apple logo. The new larger camera system, surgical grade stainless steel in gold. And here's the front screen, and this is always my favorite part, and that's peeling off the front screen protector. And that one was almost silent. And you can kind of see the island, dynamic island sitting there. Also in the box, you get the design by Apple in California literature. You no longer need a physical SIM card, and you can activate your eSIM during phone setup. And they do give you a sticker still, one sticker. And you get the USB-C to Lightning cable. Again, no power brick, you should already have one. And Apple's been doing that for a while. So let's go ahead and turn this on. Since this is replacing an iPhone, this should more than likely come pre-activated. That is a great looking phone. Nice gold tone to that one. Again, the surgical stainless steel. It will be a fingerprint magnet, so you know this is going inside a case. There we have the startup screen. I'm going to choose English and run through setup really quick through this. It says it may take a few minutes to activate the iPhone. Data and privacy, we're just going to hit continue through all this really quickly. So this is the new iPhone 14 Pro Max. And as they seem to do every year, Apple is touting these models as their most pro iPhone ever. But honestly, this year's iPhone Pros look about the same physically and aesthetically as the two previous years. There are a few features that will set this year's iPhone Pro Max apart from the previous years, that being the dynamic island in place of the infamous notch, the larger cameras, and the always-on display. Also, there is a new Pro color called Deep Purple that people seem to love, and just making my personal observations, purple appears to be the color trend this year. Deep Purple joins silver, gold, and also new space black, which replaces the graphite from previous years. The front of the iPhone has been redesigned with thinner borders, an increased active area, and the all-new dynamic island. The dynamic island replaces the notch from previous years, and it isn't simply a floating notch, but a cleverly designed true depth camera system that serves dual purpose in displaying alerts, notifications, controls, and more. You can interact with the dynamic island, and it responds to your taps, swipes, and gestures. The dynamic island is indeed innovative in its execution and is a clear example of Apple's ability to integrate software and hardware advances in a user-friendly, intuitive UI design. All this is integrated into the new Super Retina XDR, which according to Apple is the most advanced display they have ever shipped. It features a peak HDR brightness of 1600 nits, bringing it to the same level as their $5,000 Pro Display XDR. Peak outdoor brightness is 2000 nits, which is twice as bright as the previous Pro iPhones. All these advancements will make watching movies or viewing photos an amazing experience. Apple also included always-on display so that users will no longer need to tap their screen or lift their phones to check the time or check their notifications. This is enabled due to the advancement in display efficiency and the ability to operate in a low power mode so that the display dims intelligently using minimal power. Moving on to performance, the new iPhone 14 Pros are powered by the new A16 BIONIC. With this all-new silicon, Apple concentrated on 3 areas: power efficiency, display, and cameras. The A16 has 16 billion transistors, the most ever in an iPhone. Apple claims that this is the fastest chip ever in a smartphone and 40% faster than the competition. The A16 is a 6-core CPU with 2 high-performance cores and 4 high-efficiency cores, which delivers unparalleled power and efficiency for faster performance and increased battery life. There is also a brand new display engine which enables a 1 GHz refresh rate, always-on display, high peak brightness, and advanced anti-aliasing. As always, Apple improved the camera system in this year's Pro models. The main camera is an all-new 48 megapixel camera with an advanced quad pixel sensor which provides 4 times the resolution of the previous models and capable of taking ProRAW for unparalleled flexibility when editing. The sensor is 65% larger than the iPhone 13 Pros to capture amazing detail and gather more light for better low light performance, and more flexibility when composing photos. It also delivers a 2 times focal length, which uses the center of the sensor for detailed 12 megapixel photos. Also included are the ultra-wide and 3 times focal length telephoto cameras, both at 12 megapixels. The ultra-wide camera features a 13mm focal length and a f2.2 aperture for improved low light performance and macro mode. This is Apple's most powerful Pro camera system in an iPhone ever. As for Pro Video, Apple introduces its new action mode for advanced video stabilization, and cinematic mode has been upgraded to now shoot in 4K HDR at 30 FPS and 24 FPS, the latter being a film industry standard. All the new iPhone 14s this year also feature emergency SOS via satellite for emergency texting while off the grid. They've also included a handy UI interface which will instruct the user where to point the phone in the sky to reach the nearest satellite, and Apple includes this service for free for the first 2 years. A welcome feature for sure, but one I hope we never have to use. But as they say, it's better to have it and not need it than to need it and not have it. So that's a quick look at some of the new features of the iPhone 14 Pro Max. Is it worth upgrading from the iPhone 13 Pro Max? That's going to come down to how much you value the new features. The dynamic island is a compelling new feature for sure, and one I look forward to seeing how developers exploit. So did you pick up a new iPhone this release season? Which model and color did you choose if you did? Please let me know in the comments below. And in the coming weeks, I'll be taking a look at cases and accessories for the new iPhones. So if you're interested in that, again, please subscribe and tap the bell for notifications. I'll see you in the next one, and until then, please take care and be safe out there.